Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ahmed Lomayer. On this one I will show you how to deploy your application through Maven. After Maven that we done, we're gonna do CI and CD, having our repository on a GitHub and deploy it by Jenkins. If you watch my previous video, we did a manual deployment. On a manual deployment I show you how we do this step to it, like to create a property, either YAML or property, or how to create the auto discovery, how to configure auto discovery, how to create the API manager, all the stuff. This step is still required. You must know how to do those stuff. If you want to know this one, watch my previous video. With this one we need to do Maven. I am assuming you already have this step. Let's start it with Maven. Let's do the Maven. If you go to your project and you open the POM, because it's your project, and that would be a Maven project based XML extension. So POM stand for the project object model. So if you open that one is XML and they're telling you is XML version with a hint coding, like all the character is allowed. Basically this is the version 1, XML version 1, and this is the main tag, is a project tag. They tell this POM start with a project tag. If you close it, and everything would be inside of that. And XMLNS, that means XML namespace, stand for all the namespaces added to it, basically like where those information is come, like they give them the location and information. There's all the namespace and tag. Below that is a model version, and right here is a 4 tag. This 4 tag, the first one is a group ID. This is a reverse our domain name. If I'm talking so fast, you could make the video slow. Go to a video what do you call, on a YouTube setting, you could pick the speed, slow it up. The reason I speak fast because I want to save your time, because we have a more thing to do on this one. There's our domain reverse order. For example, our domain would be www.moyer.com. You just put in reverse order. There was a different information, I put my information, and right here was a snapshot. I clean it up. Make sure you clean it up, otherwise sometime I give you the exception. Clean up and clean the minus. And the artifact ID is your app ID. This is your API ID. Artifact means same thing, API ID, and this is your API. And there's a version. You could change it to a different version if it is different version. Plugin, this is the Maven plugin Mule application. If you check this information also when they're building your jar on a target file, if you check this information would be on a name of the jar. They use it over there. And this is the Maven, your again your NY your application name right here. And on a Maven we have a few sections. I just minimize it to see it. Let's close it like this. We have a 5 section on a Maven project. 5 section. The first section was I show you is a namespace, model version, and some information they using for a jar. And this one we have a property. This property similar that a profile we creating on a property. It is like a property YAML, whatever we creating for different environment, for reusable reason and also for security reason. We're doing that one to hide our information or to reuse our information. Right here it doesn't it does same job. We're using for reusable reason. For example, this one we could reference it many place. Let's check that one. Control F and look for that. You will find it up. They use it right here. Version. How you want to use it? Say $, curly bracket. Then you just place the same tag that you put it on XML tag. Put the same XML tag. They will pick the value from it. So that's the property. You could add more property right here and use it anywhere you want. You could even add this one right here. Like let's say you copy that one. You put it right here and just make sure you could even specify it for example 1 so that way you don't do any mistake. And right here you come, I pick it up from right here. So what I will do, $, curly bracket, and place it. So the value would become from right here. so you're good to go. And you keep doing that. If anything you wanted over there and reference it either for security reason or deployment or reusable reason, you could do that. And let's close that one. And the second one is a build. The second main tag is a build tag, and the reason we do using that one right now, you will be get familiar with the build one. Why? You will build a deployment, and this one they will create a jar files. The jar will be deployed to our Maven application. We're building something. What we build our project. So the jar files basically is a compress of every file, everything you see they will put in a jar file. So they will give it on a deployment, and that will be deployed to your Cloud Hub. And this is a plugin. This plugin is helping to do building. So we have a two type of plugin: Maven plugin and tools plugin. And this is also is a jar by this jar that they deployed right here. They will build it for us another jar. Like they will get this jar. If you check the plugin, I close it, they will take it from this repository. Basically this is just a location, this is a coordination. They provide them this coordination. Make sure to download this jar right here. By that jar they will build for us another jar, so that way we deploy it. Basically what I'm trying to tell you, let me explain that one. You will understand what I'm trying to say. The dependency basically is a coordination to your jar file. Like we need some, let's say we need some dependency to connect our database. We need a connector, of course. Connector usually need jar. Like usually either we put it through this one, go to property and go to your library or something, to library, and you add the external, you're doing that one, or either on a Maven you provide them at the dependency. This is like a coordination, like address from where to download the jar. They will do that for us. How they do that? This is just the address, and right here they give them repository. That basically they gave them a link from where to download this dependency. Whatever dependency you provide them right here, whatever address you give them right here, they will download it from right here, this location. That means our repository of jar is located right here. I give you the address, please go right here and download it for me. And right here doing same thing. This plugin, the build the reason for build, also we need some plugin. They gave one coordination and telling you go to this coordination repository, plugin repository, and download it and put it right here. So whenever you want to build our jar, you do it by this two plugin. Hopefully it's clear right now, this two. And repository, as I explained it to you, this is just a location to your jar repository. We have a different repository, even one local, one global. Local is usually on a Maven, located on our computer, and this is the location, and this is our location. You need to go right here and download it. I mean, not to download it, you could come and see it. Once you give them location, first they check it right here. Let's say MySQL, one time I download it. You see MySQL is right here right now. You don't need to go to that location. First check right here. If it's right here, pick it up from right here. We could do that management. There's a different way. We could provide them right here and add it. They will check locally, then go to over there. Or we could manually add it over there and tell them, we give them the location, go get it from our local. Like similar the way they did, and we could do it too. So basically this is our information and how you wanna deploy it through Maven. We have, let's go to this tag. I will provide you on video description. They give you a step-by-step how you configure your Cloud Hub using Maven plugin. This is deprecated. Do not use it on a Maven version. And you could come below that. This configuration we needed. This plugin, as I show you, this plugin is already included, but this part is not included. We need to add this part below the extension on a Maven tools. Make sure you know Maven tool below the extension. We need to add our configuration, and with a specific information. This tag, URL tag, is already, if you watch my previous video, I show you on a reference on a manager. This is the API platform URL. This tag provided from over there. As a Mule version, I already add this information for the saving some time. I already clean up. What I did, I add my version, I add my user and password. You see user and password. I add my application name. I pick it as a dev ny Queens Public Library, and I pick up the environment. There's a dev. I pick, you could pick different one, prod, test, anything. I pick region. This region and a worker type and workers and worker type. You could also pick, come right here. They give you a step by step. Right here, if you go all the way down, right here, worker, they're giving you what to pick. As you already know, the worker is a vertical scale. We pick them instance is a 1 instance, 2, 3, 1 worker, 2, 3, whatever. And worker size is a memory wise, but they give you some like micro would stand for 1 course, and a small they're gonna be like, or large, medium size. They give you the memory size, how much memory would come with this word that you're using over there. So I pick micro because my application is so small. But as a image, I give it to you 1 micro. As I keep telling you, 1 micro is enough for 10 applications. Some places I see it even they're telling you for small applications more than a 50 application, but 10 application it go for 1 micro. But just guess it how much memory you needed. I think micro is enough for me. And also I pick region. Same thing. I pick Easter time. You could pick any time you want. I pick US East -1 and worker type. And this property you could pick the HTTP port number, database password, those information. You could add everything right here if you want to, and those information if it's necessary. And this thing you need to add it, object store version 2, otherwise they give you exception. Make sure you add this one. Also they're giving you that one right here, you could read it. What you do that, copy that one. Once you fill it out, go to your application. As I said it on the build on a Maven tools below the extension, just you need to add it right here. Once you add it, just either you go right here, formatted, Control Shift F, they will reformat the tag for you and save it. Once you save it, everything is done. Now you need to deploy it. Once you decide to deploy it, you click on a POM and go to property, go to the same location where your POM file exists. Just type cmd and enter. Now we need to write the same command. If you go right here on this, they give you this one, Maven clean deploy, and you could undeploy it as well with the same thing. If you're familiar, as I said it, there's a Maven clean deploy and clean package, those stuff you could use it. The difference is right here. Just copy and go back. And make sure one thing I learned, if I deploy it that way, usually if there's any deployment, they don't redeploy, they give me the exception. I don't know why. That's why I keep deleting it and I keep coming back and I redo that. Now the deployment take place. It will take some time, but we will check the status. Let's go do some other work. So another step is, we don't have only one environment like a dev. We might have a product, we might have tests, we might have UAT, anything like that. We might have QA. So what are for that? Like each time we do that much work, the point is one-time configuration, we need to do it for all. But then we're not coming right here. At least we want to change something, we will do everything from right here. How we do it? So for that reason, we need to create a profile. Just go to and just type profiles. We need to create a profiles for each environment, and make sure it's with the S. You see profiles, they're telling you is more than one profile. That's why. And this time we with OS we getting, and I'm very specific to you, more than. And this time we need to. How should we know which environment I wanna? How should they recognize it? We have a tag, a column ID. This ID, if you're familiar with HTTP, we have a class and ID. That way it recognizes a specific unique ID. By that unique ID, that nobody has it like a primary key that would be work like that. Let's say I want to do a dev. I cannot do it for the second one. And let's create another profile too. See, you copy that much and go right here. You could create many as you want. this time I want to say test. See, I gave him a space too, that way you recognize it. You could do it like a QA, like anything you could do, like many as you want, but let's 2 is enough. Let's do this too. So what information you want to put, like whatever you see, let's put it a little bit down. Whatever information this build has, we need to copy all the build and put it on both. On a test, below test ID you could put it, and also on a dev below ID you could put it. You see, you create it. But one thing more I need to tell you, like some information is repeated on all tag, but another step is also we must keep the main one. You cannot delete this one. Do not delete this one. You must keep the main one, or global one they call them. There's a global, there's a local. You could call the main one sub one, like for each environment. But some tag is repeating, especially this information is right here. Why should I keep it right here to an environment? If any tag is repeating, clean it up. Also the password, username, everything, this is repeating up to right here, but not application. This is for test. We only test that much information. Change it to a test. Let me clean up and come back. I already done it. Just copy. See how much information we need. I cleaned up all the tag. Let's copy that one and remove that one and replace it. Copy, and let me go. Let's go back. We don't need it. I just unzip it. Okay, I just paste that one. So we good to go. Right now, one more thing I want to do. Let's check. You see, now it's get deploy everything. Again, if I do not want to redeploy, sometime it give me exception. As I say, I want to delete that one again. That's why I'm keep doing deleting. Otherwise, because I'm not paying it, it give me the exception. Sometimes it's telling me the version is wrong. Sometimes it's telling me we're not supporting. Sometimes I already had it. Finally, I figured out I need to delete this. Sometimes it's telling me this exception and this exception, even is not related. You see, that's why I keep it for you, and also I keep that one for you. I will put all the information below. So for this reason, I am keep deleting and come back. So the question is how to now install it, because there's a different. How should I install the test or another environment? We do same thing. We just type cmd. Oh, we already have it right here. Again, we already opened that one. All you see, we did it. Maven clean deploy -d mule deployment. The slightly different is with the p. Then we need to specify which environment you want to deploy. I want to test. Okay, put test. If you want a dev, put dev. Let's do the dev first. Okay, if you want a dev, that's it. This command we do undeployment. As I show you, go over there, say undeploy. The undeploy works same thing. Now it takes some time, but we will check the status. Let's do more work. Let's close that one. Let's do more work and go, and that would take some time. So one more thing I will do, let me put all the information to my Git repository. I wanna add this my project to a Git repository. How we do that? Let me delete that one. You just go to a setting, anything that you want to delete, because I need the name. That's I want to delete it. Go to a danger zone, delete repository. I want to delete it. Yes, I do understand what I'm doing. And okay, delete it. Let's create a back ny hyphen queens public library. This name is available. Fine. Anything I want to make it public, because that way when I make it public, I do not need a user and password. Sometimes I have for a strange reason it asking me, but we don't need it. So for this reason, I make it public and say create. Once I create it, oh, I didn't create the, anyways, this command they're providing me right here, but I already put it right here. So let's go back to environment. We will add some file to it. I should add it. Usually I like to add some file. So I recreated, add readme that file, but the point is they already gave me main one. You could create it a monster dev different one. If you want to create one, let's create a dev. Just dev, click on it and say create, that's all you do. You could do it more if you want. Now we're creating a main div. You could create master, or you could rename that one to a master, but let's leave it. I don't need a master, just I need a div. So what I will do, I want to clone that. I want to clone and put all the my code right here. So how you want to clone it? We click either download it or clone it. I usually work through command. That's one we do. And also I provide you how to download the Git. Make sure you install the Git. So through this one you get connected to a online repository. So let's go to a location right here. I want to create a folder and I want to name it hub. And don't make any space. Usually if you give a space on anything, let me check, there's a no space. That's why I don't want any space. Usually give me a headache. Go right here. Same, this Git is working fine, but the CMDs, if you install it, working also as well. And I provide you some information also for that if you do not know how to use Git. This one also I will put in a video description. Check git clone to get a copy, git initiate a new repository, git add, you will add any changes to. Let's do it one by one. Git clone with the URL we added. Just type git clone with URL that we have. Now you see 100% git clone it where the location we had it right here. If you go right here, now we see they clone it for me, readme file they will add. But what I want to do, I want to add all the information to, like my workspace information, to right here. From right here I want to copy everything that I have and go back to my studio and GitHub and the inside of that and paste it. Once I paste, so let's go, and now first let's check it out today. Make sure it's, you could check git status. Let's check. You see that much information added. Nothing is committed yet, but we will commit it. But we want a div first. So let's check if it's div. But still, let's say git check out, and you just provide him the name. Check out is a div. It is already there. So already is on the div. Fine. So there's a nothing, and what we will do, we want to add it. So if you want to say add it, git add. If a specific file, you need to name it and add it. Let's say this one, if you want it, you name it, add it over there. But I want to add everything. If you want to add everything, put a asterisk. So let's one space asterisk. See now one space. Make sure one space. Then I want to put some information. What happened? Say git add. You could say git committed, then put the information. Say especially new project added, like just say new project, not new feature, add new project. Let's say added. I would say added new pro. Oh, initiated new first step. You could do anything. So once you see it, this git committed 100%. Now we get, you could check